Hey guys, it's Spence from 1WD TV. Long time no see. We're at the 4-week mark of the summer, and that means that we've got to get going before the snow starts falling. I wanted to make sure that you have a quick video from me to tell you about the 1WD.cloud. I sent you out an email that asked you whether you'd be interested in such a thing, and now I'm going to give you a little more details about what it is because it's coming and it's going to be here very soon. So I wanted to give you a hint, and I need you to tell me by clicking the button in the email that says, yes, I'm interested. And that way I'll be able to gauge your level of interest to this. Here's the setup and here's what it actually is. The 1WD.cloud is very simply an accumulation of all my last 12 to 15 years of experience building online businesses, and specifically the last several years of building WordPress-based businesses. It is a SaaS service that gives you everything you need to run up to 5 or more WordPress websites with no work on your part, literally, to get started. And more importantly, it gives you the safety net, the support system of us as your guru so that you can go and venture out and build a business basically around doing something for your clients on WordPress. What you do is up to you, but we'll give you the suggestions on how to get started. So let me sort of fill in the details here. First of all, we found that web hosting has changed tremendously. You literally can go from hundreds of dollars a month all the way down to $1 a month. And there's so many complexities and so many things involved in who to choose and why to choose and setting it up and so forth. In the past, one of my most successful courses was how to build a reseller hosting business. And I taught you how to do that with traditional hosting, right? A box that you had sites and so forth. We think that that method is outdated. Now, for all of the clients that I sell on WordPress, and literally, this last month sold over 104 clients, 3-page WordPress websites, all using this system. I'm doing what's called a cloud hosting TV dinner. The hosting is now on servers that are virtually located around the globe. And the system is such that I use a TV dinner. Instead of building every site from scratch, I use the same starting point. It has the core theme, in this case Divi. It has all of the key plugins that will deliver up to 6 of the WordPress features that most all clients need. Everything from e-commerce to email marketing to membership and so forth. It includes the layout that I need for any particular vertical niche. So ironically, just like an iPhone, a white iPhone, is the same thing that's been sold to 1 trillion people, I don't need to keep switching between different specialty themes. I just need to find some commonality between all of my particular customer relations and use the same core for each of them, and I just change a few parameters, their logo, maybe the color, and so forth. By using a TV dinner that I take out of the freezer, pop in the oven or microwave, and being done in a couple minutes, I can optimize my time, optimize my profitability. What we're doing for you with the 1WD.cloud is providing you a hosted environment where you pay one amount per month, $50. What do you get for $50? We give you 5 WordPress cloud-hosted sites with TV dinners ready to use. The first site will include, by default, your sales environment, so that just by changing 1 or 2 parameters, you can go ahead and have a place to sell any WordPress service you want, and people can choose the appropriate plan. We'll even go so far as to set up those plans and everything. So literally just change your logo, change your name, change your email, and you will have a dashboard that you can present to the public that sells whatever WordPress stuff you want to sell. Now, if you have no experience with WordPress, don't worry about it, because this is a lot like selling any other product. You don't need to understand how the product was manufactured in order to sell it effectively. In the same way, WordPress has come so far, point and click easy, the Divi with the page builder, everything else, that it means you don't need to be a designer or a developer or a coder. You just need to have a functional starting point, the TV dinner I talked about, to offer to any client, and then a pricing model that sells them. So we're including for free the setup and the training on how to use this pricing model. And that means that you don't have to go out and sell $3,000 or $5,000 or $10,000 websites. You can get any person for just about any reason, a hobbyist, a club member, a sports team, a school, a business owner, a person that just needs a place to park their name, and sell them a full WordPress site, maybe a couple pages, that have a price of $300 a year. That's the baseline. And I have the experience and the validation that I've shared with you before, and I'll share with you again to show that literally hundreds and hundreds of people that I've just met in ordinary situations have gladly said, oh my God, Spence, I've been waiting to get my website online forever, and you just happened to mention that to me at coffee. I'm ready to go. Because when you say it's $300 for a year and you'll do everything for them, it's a simple proposition. Back in the day when people were videographers for weddings, you used to have $100,000 of equipment in order to be valuable, because having the equipment, the fancy equipment, was the value proposition that you brought to the table, more so than your skills. Now that everybody has HD video, a videographer has to sell the relationship to a bride or a groom and the trust that they're not going to screw up the biggest day of their life. In the same way, when you find people today who want a website or believe that they need a website but didn't know how to do it, they don't care about the technology, because Squarespace and Weebly and Wix and all, even GoDaddy, all have these press here for $1 and get a pretty website. What they need and want is somebody like you that they can trust that will just get it done for them and do it with the appropriate tools so that they have control and ownership over their own, let's say, products, services, content, data, and so forth. Since WordPress all makes that possible, and as a single dad, I've had to optimize my own systems. I've optimized my systems to use only a certain subset over and over again. We're going to give you the same tool set, the same subset that I use, so that you can just literally take that and sell that to your client. And if you have a question, because your client asks you, hey Bob, can I do this with this tool? You then just go upwind to us, submit the question into our Help Scout. We answer, of course you can, and here's how. As long as your question is related to some of the tools or the hosting services that we're providing you, any question you want to ask is fair game, and we'll get a very prompt response. All right, so the total service, the total proposition is really simply this. We're giving you effectively a WordPress Squarespace system that you can use for your clients. 5 sites are included for $50. You also get unlimited access to ask us any questions directly through our ticketing system about how to use the system, how to use the software, about how to sell the various things inside of it more effectively. You get free training from us right up front that allows you to understand the exact price points and what to say to people, because that's very, very key to being successful. Instead of saying to somebody, it's $25 a month, you say it's $300 a year and everything's included. And they think, wow, that was easy. And what do you include? You take the TV dinner that you already have installed on that one unused client site. You just go over here, change their name, change their logo, put in some of their information, done and done. If a question comes up on how to work with that client or how to work with that site, just go ahead, submit it to us. We answer it as long as it's, again, in the ecosystem that we're providing. You're good to go. Let's say a client grows and their business starts to get successful. They want to do e-commerce. No problem. We've included every Friday update of our full software bundle that has literally almost every conceivable WooCommerce extension. That means that you can do all the complex stuff as part of this. So over $16,000 worth of software updated every Friday means that you can just turn on or install and turn on any of the options or features that any of your potential clients might want to use. That means that those people can go from $300 a year sites to $3,000 a year sites or $6,000 or whatnot. More importantly, you can probably use the system that we called the hosting VIP upsell. We say to clients for $300 that I'll set up the site and it's $300 for the year. The hosting is free. But what I say is, to be your guru, to babysit the site for any technical issues, it's $25 a month, or in this case, $300 a year. So we're not charging you as the client for, let's say, the hosting part. Hosting's free. But to have me there to help you at any time you want is a basic $25 a month of value paid up front. The VIP upsell is where you say to people, if you want a little more special access to me or more time, you can pay equal to $50 a month extra or $150 a month extra. And I've used this system for literally over a decade, and I've found that almost everybody unflinchingly accepts the $300 my site is done. All of those people then take one or the other upsells. And the reason is simple. Especially in the early days, they get so excited that you now are the person helping them with putting a WordPress website online that they want to ask you a million questions. And if you don't know the answer to those questions, Guess what you'll be able to do? You'll be able to come upstream, deposit that question into our help system. We'll answer you, you pass it downstream. The secret to all of this working is really, really basic. We have to have everybody on the same system. In the past, we've succeeded on certain parts of that, but had troubles on other parts because we didn't control the entire ecosystem. Now we can. We can now give you a standardized, ready-to-use hosting platform. We can give you all of the software, including the theme and the bundles installed and ready to use. We can give you the TV dinners that are not only your sales site, but also example sites for your clients. And we can provide you an optimized ticketing system where you can ask us questions specifically related to the things inside of the ecosystem. So all the randomness and all the variabilities are taken out. $50 a month is going to be a no-brainer for you, because if you charge $300 per client, even as a baseline, you have potentially $1,500 if you sold all the sites, or $1,200 if you sold only 4 of the sites of value. That's just baseline. And the cost to you is just $50 a month. So in your first year, you can theoretically double just by your investment, just by selling the baseline. More likely than not, you're going to upsell some other things. And if you have no experience with WordPress, it's okay, because all you're doing is mechanically going to the thing we've already set up, changing a couple parameters, which we teach you how to do step by step in the videos, and you're done. All right. This is like a Spence caffeinated explanation. We're going to have a more finished video that goes over the details, but just to review, the 1WD.cloud is a software as a service platform. Fully optimized WordPress hosting that isn't about the hosting. It's about delivering to you a service wrapped around the hosting. And the service is our exact tested system that I have used personally over the last decade to make a profitable business as a stay-at-home single dad. It is delivering WordPress to your clients for any reason. It is the basic training on how to actually say the right things so that anybody you meet, literally, may be a potential buyer, and that you can also upsell certain things to them that are inside of the same system. So you're not reinventing the wheel, you're using the same TV dinner, you're using, in almost every case, the same core setup. And yet you're able to get people to say yes to giving you at least $300 to host their idea on WordPress and be in a position to be of service to them. We're wrapping that with our support service, which means that you get not only our training on how to say the right things and get started, but any question that you have about the particular products or services that you're delivering, you can ask us about, and we'll pass along our experience and knowledge. Finally, you get all of the software involved. So you get WordPress installed, you get Divi installed with a license, you get all of the WooCommerce add-ons available to you, over $16,000 worth and updated. So you can build or add on just about anything you want. You can start and stop at any time. It's $50 a month. Obviously, if you get started and put your clients on there, you will be making money on each of those, because what costs you roughly, $10 per site if you average out the cost of our support and stuff. That means you could sell those for $15 a month of profit as a baseline, and probably much more than that. So literally $1,200 is the starting proposition of profit, and you're more likely than not going to make much more than that, because these clients will start asking you for things that we will teach you and show you how to upsell. No randomness, no guessing, no worrying about how to get started, no worrying about this client has this weirdness and that has this weirdness. You're going to get whomever it is that you have as a client, or maybe even for your own businesses, put them into an environment where you know all the guesswork's gone, all the support is there, all the tools and systems and software, everything is included. That's it. Nowhere else to go. You don't have to buy anything else. You don't have to do anything else. Everything is premised upon it being one price, $50, start and stop at any time, done and done. If you like this idea, we're right now, again, doing this for this price for those early adopters, because we want to obviously work out some of the system setups and tweaks and bugs. So we're going to very shortly follow up with an actual opportunity to click and buy it. But I'd like you to respond to the link where you're seeing this video, or in the video notes, or maybe it's on the page you're watching. I'm not sure where you're going to see this video. And click, yes, Spence, I'm interested. Send me the link to buy it when it's ready. And more likely than not, now is, let's say, July 18th, we're going to try to have this ready literally within the next 7 days. So before the last week of July, you should have the opportunity to buy it if you're one of the early adopters. Now, you guys also know I'm not trying to upsell this or hard sell this. In the past, I always start low and simple, and then we basically filter out what works. And then if it works, the price goes up. So if you're even curious about it, this is a good opportunity to give it a try. You're only risking $50. And if you like it, amazing, we've succeeded. If you don't like it, you'll let us know, and we can hopefully either fix it or do something else with you. But you don't really have to risk, a lifelong commitment here. It's just literally, do I want to use the 1WD.cloud, and can I use those 5 sites for myself or clients? Am I interested in your support, your training, the tools, everything in one place? Thanks for listening. I hope that most of you guys come through and either give me your comments, feedbacks, or say, yes, I'd be interested in doing it. Talk to you then. See ya.